they sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah, yeah.
Somebody call for the queen.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Over! Watching that, Barney! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He'll buy some time right. And he connects with Ertz. They get 14 yards there and a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? It helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Throw here out of the gun. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And some room to maneuver. He finds an opening past the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team.
Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Uzama. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Walton. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it's cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And give him 12 yards and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
From the red zone now, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Cam's going to run the option right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Third and long, it's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. It almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit! Set!
They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Ingram. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fields. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they'll run on the draw. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Bullock will put this one through. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now Newton on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Newton steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Here's Walton. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
20.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
20. Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. Flush to his right. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will shave one more off this lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Here's Newton now on second down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 60 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On first down, it's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Throwing is Newton. Wide open receiver complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
Hey.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. He's going to get it running right. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. McCaffrey. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through. Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you? Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears? I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. McCaffrey following the penalty. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along? Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it? I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. Newton's going to throw it. Rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there. Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. Green.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now the Bengals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 24. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.